When archaeologists were informed of a spectacular discovery made by a team working in southern Iraq, they were surprised by the news. The discovery may help archaeologists learn more about one of the ancient civilizations that had the most influence. Hello viewers! In this video, we will talk about a 4,500-year-old place that was recently explored by experts in Iraq. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Let's get started. It's a mysterious temple from the lost Mesopotamian city of Dersu, and it could be the key to a lost society. At first, many experts don't accept this find since it appears too good to be true, but it's genuine. It's an ancient temple from the lost Sumerian city of Dersu. Even though this specialist had a significant amount of education and years of relevant work experience, the majority of his contemporaries did not believe him. Some individuals even asserted that he was making the whole thing up. Dr. Ray took his findings to scientific conferences all over the world in an effort to persuade his colleagues, but at first, they were skeptical of what he had to say. It would appear that the specialists did not trust him, since they did not want to think that the Sumerians were responsible for building this castle in Dersu. Some individuals even asserted that he was making the whole thing up. Dr. Ray took his findings to scientific conferences all over the world in an effort to persuade his colleagues, but at first, they were skeptical of what he had to say. It would appear that the specialists did not want to accept the possibility that the Sumerians were responsible for building this palace in Dersu. Learning about ancient civilizations is always intriguing and useful, but the Sumerians are especially important since they developed a great number of concepts and technologies that are still utilized today. It is difficult to comprehend the magnitude of the impact that the ideas that the Sumerians developed had on the world. Sumer was a region that was a part of Mesopotamia, which was a much bigger region. The Sumerians made their home in Sumer. The Ubaid people are credited with being the original inhabitants of the region. They arrived in the years 4500 and 4000 BC. The people of Ubaid were skilled in a variety of crafts, including weaving, ceramics, and construction. They also came up with innovative approaches to farming. By the year 3000 BC, the Sumerians had completely taken control of the region. Their culture was organized into city-states like Lagash, Nippur, and Ur, and each of these cities had between 40,000 and 100,000 people living in it. This is the place where the world in which we currently live got its start. It would appear that this location was the launchpad for the development of new legal codes, significant mathematical structures, and innovative technology. It would have been difficult for individuals to keep track of things and operate places effectively if they did not have the ability to write. This is a very significant application of writing, but it doesn't say anything about literature, which is so crucial to our species since it allows us to express ourselves creatively. The Sumerians are credited with being the first people to ever develop writing. He was interested in gaining a deeper understanding of Dersu. Dr. Ray is involved in the Dersu project, which is aimed at preserving the history of the old city, as well as learning more about it. The previous excavations of the site did not meet the requirements of the project being carried out in collaboration, so it is also looking at the results of the previous excavations. For a very long time, people in Sumer have been aware of the existence of the city of Dersu. It was discovered for the first time more than 140 years ago by specialists from France. This monument was constructed sometime between the years 2600 and 2350 BC. A Sumerian city-state known as Lagash defeated Emiyama. This is a means to remember the victory. At the end of the month of March in the year 2020, word began to spread that an exciting new discovery had been made at the archaeological site of Dersu. This time, it was about a location that gave off the vibe of having been utilized for some kind of religious gathering. Once more, it appeared that the god in Jersey held a significant amount of importance. The crew was able to unearth a significant number of artifacts in this region. They discovered a large quantity of pottery bowls, cups, jars, and other containers, in addition to a large quantity of animal bones. All of these things were discovered in the neighborhood of a location known as Afavissa, which was utilized for various events. During the course of this excavation, One of the most intriguing objects discovered was a bronze duck with shell eyes. It's possible that this had something to do with the goddess Nanch, who was associated with marshes as well as birds. Another intriguing aspect of the location was the layer of ash that had accumulated on top of it. It's possible that this came from a large fire that was built for some sort of ceremony. In additional locations, a total of 8 vessels containing ashes were discovered. Many people believe that at that time period, these might have been used as lanterns. It was clear from all of these indications that a religious cult was making use of this location. After then, the marchers would make a U-turn and head back to the place where they had begun. We still don't know very much about the inhabitants of Gersu, despite the fact that they had several fascinating rituals and beliefs in their culture. Because of this, the discovery of any new structure, such as the palace that Dr. Ray built not too long ago, is cause for great excitement. When they first saw it, they didn't recognize it as a palace. During the process of excavating the palace, a temple that appears to have been dedicated to the god Nanjursu was also discovered. Dr. Fisher continued by stating that our knowledge of the Sumerian world is extremely limited, but that the work that has been done at Gersu, as well as the discovery of the lost palace and temple, have a great deal of potential to assist us in learning more about this significant civilization, thereby shedding light on the past and assisting us in making plans for the future. He stated that there is a resurgence of interest in a small number of ancient civilizations, but that the Sumerian culture has been overlooked for far too long. That's it for today. What do you think about this discovery? Tell us in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share and press the bell icon for more regular updates.